What if the life you're working so hard for isn't actually waiting for you at the end? What if the finish line you keep running toward doesn't hold peace or fulfillment, but only exhaustion and the quiet realization that something essential was missed along the way? I'm 58 years old. My name is Daniel Mercer. I'm speaking to you from a small room on the 4th floor of a long-term care facility on the outskirts of Spokane, Washington. There's a tall pine tree outside my window that bends and sways every afternoon when the wind rolls through. I watch it more than I should, not because it's beautiful, but because it reminds me that things are still moving even while I'm stuck here. I have late-stage congestive heart failure. My heart didn't break all at once. It wore out slowly, quietly, over decades of stress, pressure, and the belief that rest was something I could earn later. There's no dramatic event to point to, no single mistake to blame. Just years of pushing and postponing, years of telling myself I'd slow down when the time was right. The doctors stopped giving me timelines a while ago. They don't talk about years or even months anymore. They use softer phrases now. They talk about comfort, about quality, about making the most of the time I have left. I understand what that means. I don't have much time, and pretending otherwise would be another lie piled on top of a lifetime of them. I'm not sharing this because I want sympathy. I'm not looking for pity, encouragement, or comments telling me to stay strong. Strength doesn't matter much where I am now. What matters is honesty. What matters is saying the things I wish someone had said to me years ago before my body forced me to stop running. For most of my life, I genuinely believed I was doing the right thing. I believed responsibility meant sacrifice, that love was measured by provision, and that showing up financially mattered more than showing up emotionally. I believed that being busy meant being valuable, and that exhaustion was the price of being dependable. I spent 32 years working as a regional construction project manager. Big commercial builds, hospitals, office complexes, retail centers, projects with tight deadlines and tighter budgets. I was good at it, calm under pressure, reliable, the kind of man people trusted when things went wrong. Promotions came slowly but steadily. Supervisor, senior manager, regional director. With each step came a little more money and a lot more stress. The days grew longer. The calls came earlier and later. Even when I was home, my mind stayed on job sites and schedules. I told myself it was temporary. That word followed me everywhere. Temporary stress, temporary sacrifice, temporary distance. I told myself I was building something solid, something that would eventually justify the cost. What I didn't see was that I wasn't just building, I was trading. Trading dinners for deadlines, trading weekends for meetings, trading presents for productivity. My wife, Laura, and I met in our early 20s. She was studying early childhood education back then. She laughed easily, loudly, without apology. She talked about wanting a simple life, a small garden, road trips without strict plans, slow Sunday mornings with breakfast that lingered. I nodded along, convinced we'd get there eventually. We had 2 children, Ethan and Claire. They grew faster than I noticed. I was always around in theory. Same house, same address, same last name. But my attention was divided, constantly pulled toward the next obligation. When Ethan was 9, he played in a local soccer league. Early Saturday morning games. I made it to the first one. After that, something always came up. A site issue, a staffing problem, a delay that needed immediate attention. I told myself there would be more games. I told myself I'd show up later when things calmed down. They never did. Claire used to leave drawings on my desk when she was little. Stick figures holding hands. Our family under a sun drawn too big for the page. I'd smile, thank her, and slide them beneath paperwork. I don't remember when she stopped leaving them. I just know one day the desk was empty. I believed success was about endurance, about pushing through discomfort now for comfort later. I thought the reward would arrive automatically, that one day I'd slow down and everything would balance itself out. I didn't understand that life doesn't balance itself. It follows what you consistently choose. 5 years ago, I was offered a position overseeing projects across multiple states. It was a significant step up. More money than I'd ever earned. Prestige, recognition. The kind of role people congratulated you for without hesitation. When I told Laura, she didn't argue. She never did. She just asked one quiet question. What happens to us? I gave the answer I'd perfected over decades. Just give me a little time. That position cost me my health. 12-hour days became routine. Sleep became fragmented. Stress settled permanently in my chest. When I collapsed during a site inspection 2 years ago, people called me lucky. The doctors stabilized me and told me to slow down. I promised I would. I meant it. But slowing down felt like failure, like letting people down, like becoming replaceable. Last spring, my company held a retirement banquet for me. Early retirement for medical reasons. There were speeches and plaques and kind words about dedication and sacrifice. I sat there smiling while my heart struggled to keep pace. 2 months later, I moved into this facility. None of my accomplishments came with me. No one here asks about my job title or salary. No one cares how many projects I completed or how many problems I solved. They ask if I'm comfortable, if I've eaten, if I want company. That's it. I started thinking about a man named Raymond who lived a few houses down from us years ago. He worked as a mail carrier. Rain or shine, always home by late afternoon. He'd sit on his porch, wave at neighbors, talk to anyone who passed. I used to think he lacked ambition. He attended every school event, every recital, every awkward ceremony. He and his wife traveled in an old camper every summer. Nothing fancy, just time together. Raymond visited me last month. He's 67 now, still walking every morning, still laughing easily. He told me about a woodworking class he'd just signed up for, like life was still something he expected to participate in. That conversation broke something open in me. Raymond didn't delay his life until it felt safe. He lived it alongside responsibility, not instead of it. I postponed joy like it was irresponsible. I see now that postponing joy is its own kind of failure. Regret doesn't arrive all at once. It accumulates quietly. It's built from moments you dismiss as small. Tuesday evenings when Laura wanted to sit on the back porch and talk and I said I was too tired. Sunday afternoons when Ethan asked if we could go fishing and I said maybe next weekend. Long drives where Claire stared out the window while I answered work calls, convincing myself I was being efficient. I thought I was multitasking. I was fragmenting my presence. Here, in this place, you meet people at the very end of their lives. Some are peaceful, some are terrified. The difference isn't money or education or status. It's whether they feel they lived deliberately. There's a woman here named Margaret, 90 years old, a former librarian. She reads poetry out loud in the afternoons. She once told me she never waited for her life to start. She treated it like it was already happening. That sentence landed harder than any diagnosis. I treated life like preparation. Now there's nothing left to prepare for. My body is failing in slow, unremarkable ways. I get tired walking a few steps. My hands shake when I hold a cup. Nights are the hardest. When everything is quiet, memories get loud. Not promotions, not praise, moments. A rainy afternoon I promised to come home early and didn't. A birthday dinner spent checking my phone. A vacation cut short because I needed to be available. You think you're chasing stability or success or security. You're not. You're chasing permission. Permission to rest. Permission to feel enough. Permission to be present without guilt. I spent decades believing permission would arrive with a milestone. It never did. Last week, Laura sat beside my bed and asked me what I would change if I could go back. I told her the truth. I would live like time was fragile. I would leave work unfinished. I would say no without explaining myself. I would choose dinners over deadlines and people over productivity. I would take the trips before my body needed careful planning. I would listen without watching the clock. I have a notebook on the table beside me filled with things I always meant to do. Learn the piano, visit Ireland, write letters to my children telling them how proud I am, fix up the old truck instead of talking about it. The list isn't tragic because it's unfinished. It's tragic because I believed it could wait. Life doesn't wait. It keeps moving quietly while you convince yourself you'll catch up. I won't see another winter. I know that now. My children are grown. They love me. But love doesn't rewind time. I don't want this to sound like despair. I want it to sound like a warning delivered gently. You don't need to quit your job tomorrow or abandon responsibility. You need to stop believing your life begins later. Later is a story you tell yourself to feel safe. Presence is a choice you make now. Call the people you've been meaning to call. Take the afternoon off without apologizing. Sit with someone without distraction. Do the thing that keeps getting pushed to the bottom of the list. Don't assume time will cooperate with your plans. It doesn't. I'm running out of it. You still have some. Use it. Don't wait.